We're gonna go through a 5-minute basic stretching routine. Now, the key word there is basic. We like to keep these exercises simple because when something is simple, well, then it's sustainable. And when it comes to stretching or exercising, frequency is going to trump intensity every day. So frequency meaning we want to do it often rather than just one time as hard as possible. So that's really important when it comes to stretching because we don't want to feel pain. We want to feel the stretch, and that's when it's being effective, but we are not going for numbness, tingling, or anything like that. So let's keep this basic. So here we go. We're going to hold these exercises for 30 seconds, and we'll transition for about 10 seconds here. We're going to start out with a standing pike stretch. So we're going to go feet narrower than shoulder width, and we're lowering the chest towards the ground while maintaining that flat back. And once we get that stretch in the hamstrings, then we can start to relax the upper body, let the head hang. And we want to feel this in your hamstrings, behind your legs. Notice the head is hanging or tucking the chin, and that we are pulling our belly up. That way we are folding up and over a fence instead of crushing down and kinking our torso. All right, our next stretch is going to be a quad pull. We'll do this one on each side. So we're going to start out by grabbing the same side foot and transitioning to the opposite. So you can absolutely stay in this position here, but if you can, let's go ahead and switch hands and reach up overhead. So that would be right arm on left leg, and the left arm is reaching up overhead. And to increase this stretch, we're going to kick the back leg, or the stretching leg, backwards, so that we are creating a line from the knee through the hip into the shoulder and up to the hand, trying to create a nice straight and long line. All right, we'll transition to the other side. So again, grabbing same side, 2 hands to that leg, maintaining the balance, and then we will make that switch into the opposite hand. We'll reach up with that right arm, and we are kicking back with that leg to increase the stretch as required. This looks really good, Madison. You got about 10 more seconds. All right, we're going to go into a primal squat now. So for assistance to start out, we're going to find a nice strong vertical support here. So we found this pole. We're sliding down. Our heels are flat on the ground. We're going to place the elbows inside the knees and drive our knees wide. So we want the knees to be wider than the heels in general. And when we are ready, we can actually pull ourselves away from that vertical support as long as we can maintain a vertical posture. So we don't want our upper body to collapse. We want to keep that chest out. We want our feet to stay flat on the ground, and we are driving those knees nice and wide with the elbows. Next exercise, we're going into a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we'll take a low lunge here, put that knee on the ground, and what we're going to do is drive that front knee forward while maintaining weight on that heel, and we should feel an extension or a stretch right here in the front of your hip. If you're feeling this in your back, we need to mind that posture, sit up a little bit more, and Madison is further increasing that stretch by reaching across her body with that same side arm. So that was her left side hip flexor. We're going to move on to the right side hip flexor now. So we're just switching those legs. We're going to start out nice and simple. And we're driving that front knee forward, extending the hip. Notice that there is no kink in the low back. She's maintaining that tall posture. And then she's looking to deepen that stretch. So we're going to reach up and over with that same side arm. And you can see this line from the knee through the hip into the shoulder, and now reaching across the body to help increase that stretch. All right, we have one more for you here, but we're going to do it on both sides. This is a supine figure 4, or a figure 4 on your back. So we start off laying on the back, we'll cross a leg up and over the knee, and then we are reaching for either our hamstring or shin, and we're going to pull that towards our body. Our left hand is on the knee to help push away, so that that is going to increase our stretch, or put our femur in the right position to feel that in our glute. Through all these stretches, we want to maintain consistent breathing. We don't want to hold our breath. And we'll switch to the other side now. And another note here is look at the ankles. Madison is keeping her feet flexed, and that is going to engage muscles to help increase the stretch where we want to feel it. I won't go into the details of that right now, but just flexing those toes back towards your shins is going to help engage some muscles to help deepen that stretch where we want to feel it. There you go. So through those exercises, that's a 5-minute stretching routine to help get your entire lower body. Nice basic stretches, keeping things simple so that you can do this every single day and feel the benefits of those stretches.